You mentioned the steroids. When the steroids came in, dudes started dropping tanks oppo. How much do you feel like in '06, when greenies got banned, that made an impact on the game?
You know, I just I never really got into those. I wish I would have done the steroids now because I probably would have had a better body, and who knows what the hell would have happened. But you know, it to me it was it's competition, and I don't care if you're on it or you're not. You know, I've been plagued by it, by losing games from guys that normally don't hit a home run off you to doing that or fisting one in. But you know, the greenies weren't really, you know, to me it was there were so many day games back then, and if you're getting in late, I didn't ever have a problem with them. To me, you still got to play the game. Steroids, you know, is a different subject because that does enhance you, that does make you stronger, and for these guys. But you know, the guys that were injured, and if it was under a doctor's supervision, I don't think I would have a problem with it. But you know, all the guys that did it, they're lying about it, saying they never did it, and you know they did it. But it's like, what the hell? But you know, I'm a code guy. I won't throw anybody under the bus. You know, you just live and learn with it, and you know, I know what I did in my career, so I'm all right with it.
Not asking you to throw anybody under the bus, but you said when you started noticing balls going into the seats, what was the first time when you noticed that you were like, what? Like what
Yeah.
year? When, like, how did that ball get out? How did he
Well,
get
let me
that
tell
ball?
you, so I think it was 89, 88 or 89, maybe 90. And I remember in Texas, and I think it was Ruben Sierra, Pudge, Julio Franco, Juan, all these guys. I remember the year before they were so skinny, and then like a year or two later they're so big and they're just going deep. I had no clue, and you know, I don't know if they've ever been caught doing it, if they were on the list, but that's when you had a sense that there's something going on here when these guys are going that far. I mean, oppo that deep, but then all of a sudden the whole league is doing it. You know, and and they didn't move the ballparks in that much back then, so you just had a sense of like, all right, that guy's on it. All right, well, that guy's on it. You just never knew.
Were you pissed? Did guys like say anything? Think that like the league should respond, or it's like, oh, whatever, I got to decide if I want to do it or not?
You know, to be honest with you, I didn't really know. I just said, damn, these guys got really big. It's like when I played against Canseco in rookie ball in 1982. That's dating myself. I mean, that dude could hula hoop in a Cheerio. And then all of a sudden, like I see him in Double A, and he's the Hulk. Him and his brother. I was like, dang, what's going on? These guys got big, but you just didn't really know. I didn't know it until like later in my career that it was really an issue because guys, you know, I don't know if I guess they hit it good, but to me, I didn't know who was doing it. Yet maybe had an inclination of who did, but to me, you know what? I still had to go out there and pitch. And sometimes if you had an idea, you still had to go because it's a challenge. Because now this guy can go deep on you, you know, on pitches away and all that. But you know, but then they're trying to say that the baseball is wound too tight. It's all this stuff. So you never knew what was going on. Like I said, I pitched in the era. It didn't really bother me if the guys did it. It just sucked when you lost on a guy who was dirty.